Now, this one is about how life repeats itself. I actually look at it in, two different ways, and I'm gonna explain one way of how I see life or why I say it repeats itself. Because first of all, think about it. When you come in the world, you're helpless. You gotta be cared for, you gotta be bathed, you gotta be washed, you gotta be pampered, you gotta be taken care of. Your speech ain't clear yet. You got to guesstimate what's wrong with this baby. You got to guesstimate what's wrong with this individual, like what they want, whether it's a bottle, whether they're thirsty, whether they're hungry, whether they're sick, whether they're uncomfortable. Same thing, if you live long enough, you go back the way you came in. Now, your mom take care of you, raise you up strong. But the whole time your mama raising you, you're getting older, she's getting older, or he's getting older, and you're getting older. So therefore, if they live long enough, you're going to become the parent per se. Because if they live long enough, they're going to go back to the way they came into life. They're going to have to be taken care of. They're going to go right back to Pampers, Depends, which is technically a pamper. They're going to go back to you having to bathe them, you having to take care of them, you having to love them. Your speech is going to go back to where you don't understand what they want. So now you got to become in tune with your parents or your loved one to understand what they want or what they're asking for. So they go back to that same baby state. Now you have to take care of him or her. You have to change their pamper. You have to change their bedpan. They spread, bathe them, wash them, figure out what's going on, make sure they're comfortable, make sure their head is elevated. All of these things before they leave this earth. So life repeats itself. How you come in is how you leave out. Or how you choose to live your life is also alters of how your ending gonna be. I believe strongly in my heart that you kind of control your destiny. So I live life and let fate take its course. Whatever path you on, I believe it determines how you may die. Now, God already know what you're gonna do, and how you're gonna hold up, and how you're gonna die. But He also knows and give you different roads that you can take. Now He ain't gonna tell you what road to take. You know what I mean? He can give you advice of you shouldn't take this road, but He also allows you to be you. So it's plenty of roads you can take. If you take this road, you're gonna end up at this destination. You take this road, you're gonna end up here. You take this road, you're gonna end up there. So no two roads, lead you to the exact same soil. Now, it can, but it's different scenery on the way there. So if you choose to be a game banger, you know, 9 times out of 10, gonna get shot or go to prison. If you choose to be a Christian, 9 times out of 10, you still could be targeted. You still can be taken advantage of because some people take advantage of niceness. Some people take advantage of you being there for them. So 9 times out of 10, the people that you're there for will betray you because you're too nice. People take for granted a lot of smiles. They take that as a weakness. Also, like if you take the path of being a stick up kid, one of these times your luck gonna run out and you're gonna be stuck. Somebody gonna lick you off or whatever. So I really feel you kind of determine what path and how you die. If you race cars, eventually one day you're gonna make a mistake. You know what I mean? If you play with fire long enough, one of these times you're gonna be burned. You know what I mean? You play with knives long enough, one of these times you're gonna be poked. You know what I mean? So like life repeats itself, and you kind of determine a lot of things. So you come in as a baby being taken care of, pampers. You know what I mean? You can't. Your words not clear. You're being loved. What's the first thing a person do when they see a baby, a cute baby? They say, "Oh." What's the first thing when they see an older lady or an older man walking very slow, trying to get across the street or get to his car, and first thing a person says, "Oh," you know what I mean, and they try to help. Same thing with a baby. If a baby trying to roll over, you see that baby can't roll over, you try to help that baby roll over. Same thing with an older person. You see the older person trying to get up out their seat or get up, and they can't, and you saying they having a hard time. If you got a heart, you're gonna go over there and you're gonna help that person try to get up. I got a lot of love for older people. I got a lot of love for kids because of the fact I want people to do that for my mother or my grandma or my kids. You know what I mean? If I'm not around, if I see an older lady walking, it could be an older man walking, and he's barely, you know what I mean, getting it. I'm stopping. I'm gonna pick him up, you know, or whatever. There's some people say, you shouldn't pick up hitchhikers, but if God give a lot of people common sense, but a lot of people don't got it. But He also give you enough sense to know. You know what I mean? If it don't feel right, don't do it. You know what I mean? If you too busy driving, so you don't know what this person up to. But for an older person, I have a heart. So if an older person need help, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna help them or whatever. So that's just me. You know what I mean? But I pay it forward. I don't ask for nothing in return. A lot of them ask to pay me. A lot of them ask, you know what I mean? Let me get your number so I can repay you. No, I don't need that. You know what I mean? Just help somebody else. So I hope that somebody will help my loved ones if I happen to pass away or I happen to be gone. I try to bring good karma towards my kids and stuff. And another thing I'm gonna sign off with on this is for all the single moms, stop worrying about if you could raise that a boy to be a man because you can. I didn't grow up, with a father. My father did 22 years prison. My mom, struggled, cried and stuff, but man, she raised a hell of a man. I'm a hell of a father. You know what I mean? Like she taught me, a lot. I'm very respectful. I hold the door for men and women. It ain't just no thing for women. You know what I mean? If I come in first, I'm gonna hold the door for you. You know what I mean? Like my mom raised me. I love my kids to death. She did a hell of a job. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy. You know what I mean? Because I was a hard head, but she raised a man. But I also love my dad. Don't get that twisted. He did as much as he could from the prison. But my mom, my grandma was my father's. Salute, knowledge tech.